Hey everyone, welcome back to another video here on navigating the mats. And today I got 3 mindset tools to talk about with you to help you level up your jiu-jitsu game. These are things that you are going to do outside of the mats. All right, so this is stuff that you can kind of like work on if you can't make it to class, or maybe it's after class. This is stuff that you do not have to physically necessarily be on the mats at that time to improve your jiu-jitsu. Some of it will, but most of it won't, okay? So 3 mindset tools, or 3 things that we can kind of use our brain or put our mind to help improve our jiu-jitsu. Guys, the first one, this is a super powerful tool that I think is underutilized, and it is visualization. These are mental reps for your brain outside of jiu-jitsu class. So I like to use visualization as a tool prior to class. So when I'm heading to class, maybe I'm driving, maybe it's earlier in the day and I got some time to sit there and just think about jiu-jitsu, I am visualizing what I am working on, the positions that I've been practicing, the moves that I want to pull off, the things that I have been studying in my free time. I am picturing myself in these positions. I'm picturing myself pulling these moves off on my training partners. I'm also picturing their reaction as well. So as much detail as you can go into, like in your mind when you're visualizing this, is going to help you out that much more. So try to like really break it down when you're sitting there and you're just thinking. Don't just think like, oh hey, I'm going to step in the guard, I'm in the headquarters, boom, there's my knee cut pass. Break it down. How are we entering? Where's our hands? Where's our left hand? Where's our right hand? Where's our left foot? Where's our right foot? Where's my opponent's hands and feet? Where's the balance? Think of every little detail that you can. That is going to help you. That is going to help slow things down when you're training. And all these mental reps, they do translate to the actual act of rolling. All right. So visualizing before we're heading into practice is going to get our mind set right. Is going to give us extra reps, so that way when it's time to pull off these moves, at least mentally, we've already been there. We've already thought about our reaction. We've already thought about our opponent's reactions. We kind of like have seen the setups in our mind, and we're ready to go whenever it's time. All right. The more that you think about something, the more that you anticipate it, the easier it is going to be to stop. All right, and that's going to bring me to my next point, is anticipation. Now, building anticipation, guys, this is probably going to require on the mat training time. So this is when I'm actually rolling. I want you to take your focus off of you focusing on where your strength is, where your balance is, where your grips are, all that stuff. I want you to start focusing on your opponent. So what are they doing? What clues are they giving you? What are they tipping off? If we can start to anticipate our opponent by taking our mind and our brain off of us and putting it onto them, it is going to help you out so much. You're going to have so much more success. It is way easier to stop a move or to counter a move if you're ready for it. So if I can feel my partner, I'm like, man, I can really start to tell like they're trying to set up a half guard position, or I know they're trying to go for the triangle choke. I can already start to position myself in little ways, or I put it in my brain. As soon as I feel them going for it, I'm already ready to react, okay? So I'm not like just sitting there waiting until the position is already developed before I try to fight it. If I'm focusing on my opponent and the little clues and the little tips that they're starting to give me, instead of just so focused on myself, I'm going to be able to position myself correctly. I'm going to be able to anticipate their actions, and I'm going to be able to stop them, or I'm going to be able to counter them much easier. So we visualize prior to class, and now while we're actually at class, we are anticipating our opponent's reactions. And then this may be the most important one, guys, is after class, you need to take some time to reflect on your training, reflect on your roles, just reflect on your jiu-jitsu as a whole. When I was training jiu-jitsu, like in the beginning, I've always had pretty much like an hour, 45 minutes to an hour drive to the gym and back from the gym. And I actually think that this drive has helped me out a ton, because on the way, I was visualizing, I was like going through my mind, what am I going to work on, picturing the moves. And then on the way back from jiu-jitsu, I was going through class in my head. I was going through all my roles in my head, thinking about what went well, what didn't go well, what corrections do I need to make, and just really reflecting on on my jiu-jitsu training. This is going to help guide your jiu-jitsu training. It's going to help you out a ton, okay? The other thing is like I'm cataloging. So every time I'm rolling with someone, I'm like putting in the back of my brain like, what kind of moves were they going for? What positions were they really trying to work? Were they doing the omoplata a lot lately? Okay, so next time I roll with that person, you can bet that that's what I'm going to be anticipating because I took the time to reflect. Okay, so all three of these mindset tools, they work together. We have to be prepared. We have to be visualizing before practice. While we're in the moment, be very present, in the moment when you're at jiu-jitsu. Focus on your opponent, trying to figure out what it is that they're trying to do. And then afterwards, we need to reflect on how we actually perform during the class. And then what can we correct? And we're going to correct that by heading back into visualization and getting ready. So like I'm sitting there, I'm reflecting, I'm thinking about what I did good, I'm thinking about what I did bad, and I'm starting to correct that in my mind. And I'm visualizing me making those corrections on my opponents in training, and I'm ready to go for the next time that I step onto the mats, all right? Guys, these are three tools that I bet you, if you go up and you ask any black belt if they do these three things, I can almost guarantee you it is just second nature to them. They don't even really think about it. They're like, well, yeah, of course. You don't think about what you're going to work on before class. You don't try to predict your opponent's next move. You don't think about how class went afterwards. These are vital tools to your progression. You need to be using all three of these. And just like you saw, like most of these can be done outside of the mat time. Obviously, you can't, really hone your anticipation in without being on the mats, but like visualization and reflection, these are two major components that you can do before class and after class. You do not have to be on the mats to do these. There's no set amount of time I can tell you how to do these. Probably the more the better, as long as you're not like, going down rabbit holes. If you're staying very focused and just working on getting, instead of like more moves and more positions, get better, like finer details, like really get in there and like mentally kind of like feel the pressure, feel the movement, the speed, the distance of all these things. And these mental reps, I guarantee you, will translate into your performance on the mats, guys. All right, so last time, visualization, anticipation, and reflection. Start using these three tools and you will see your jiu-jitsu improve. I guarantee it.